Despite setting up significant plot points, The Testaments has been a little slow for Chase Infinity and Lucy Halliday in the last several episodes. The Testaments Season 1 Episode 8, Broken, blasts the doors open. The episode begins to spread crucial knowledge around the group in addition to setting up some major confrontations in later episodes. Gilead is in danger because Agnes and Daisy might kick a hornet's nest. Chase Infinity's character Agnes longs to dance with Brad Alexander's character Garth. But Beka interrupts them since Agnes knows they will get married even in her dreams. A plate-breaking ceremony at her engagement to Commander Weston awakens Agnes from her fantasy. She is responsible for reassembling it prior to their wedding. She passes Garth on her way to school. They congratulate one another on becoming engaged. Daisy finds out she's had her period when she uses the restroom. Shunammite finds out the truth despite her attempts to hide it. The fact that even a Pearl girl is qualified before her irritates her. Daisy asks her to keep it a secret. Agnes plays croquet with Hulda, but the girl appears unhappy. When Agnes notices it, she asks her what's wrong. Hulda admits that she was also abused by Dr. Grove and holds herself responsible for the incident. She fears being abandoned by her husband and the aunts. In Agnes's terrible thoughts, Hulda jumps to her death while Dr. Grove holds and dances with her. Aunt Lydia announces all of the engagements when she awakens. Shunammite makes disparaging remarks about some of her pals, but she is thrilled for the majority of them. Beka admits that she ultimately had a choice and went with Garth. Daisy is taken aback by this, which makes Beka snap at Agnes. When Shunammite inquires about everyone's well-being at the table, Beka discloses that her engagement invites are being sent out today. Paula guides Agnes and Weston through their cake tasting at home. Agnes is aloof and doesn't seem to enjoy any of the cakes. Weston tells Agnes that she doesn't have to put up with Paula's every whim and hopes that his enthusiasm would spread to her. Agnes chooses Lily's over Paula's wishes using her newly acquired power. Agnes and Miriam discuss potential husbands, but Agnes is summoned to talk to Aunt Vidala. Vidala hides the fact that Hulda told the aunt that Dr. Grove had sexually assaulted her. She instructs them to disregard their conversation. Agnes assures Hulda that everything would be alright when Hulda apologizes for involving her. When a girl can't find her stitching project, Shunammite turns to face Daisy. Shunammite confronts Daisy and expresses her annoyance once again once they are left alone. She informs Daisy that since her brother was one of the 68 taken on the Night of Tears, she cannot fail her parents. Shunammite sobs as they bond over her confession. In an attempt to deepen their relationship, Daisy tells Shunammite about having sex, but she finds it so ridiculous that she rushes out of the room, believing Daisy is deceiving her. Agnes, Hulda, and Shunammite catch a glimpse of Garth's father at Beka's engagement celebration. He was hurt during the battle for Boston and is now paraplegic. Agnes discusses her impending nuptials with her father, Nate Cordry. He tells his daughter that Paula is urging them to get a handmaid as soon as possible. He instructs Agnes to talk to Beka while he travels to talk to other commanders. Garth's father topples a glass as Agnes and Daisy congratulate him. When he does, Beka and Agnes are left alone as Garth and Daisy take him outdoors to get some fresh air for Garth's father. Garth and Daisy talk about Mayday poisoning his father outside. Daisy makes a joke about how Freud would love him. Garth smiles as Daisy asks how he plans to end the engagement. He always anticipated a similar situation because he never intended to fall in love. Daisy discloses that she is afraid of being married off and that she had her period. Garth reminds her that he doesn't know June, he has his own handler, and he is her handler. Until Mayday prevails, Gilead is not done. He believed she wanted to destroy Gilead, which is how he put her in this situation. He inquires as to her true desires. Inside, Commander Weston is questioned by Aunt Lydia about Talia's fate. Even if Talia were a Pearl girl, he reminds her, it is none of her business what happens to her. During the celebration, Dr. Grove walks up to Agnes and Hulda and tells them he will see them soon. Agnes dashes outside and tells Aunt Lydia about her chat with Vidala. She says she is very sure Hulda is being honest. After a moment, Lydia assures her that Dr. Grove will be dealt with. But in biblical terms, Agnes thinks that nothing will happen. Daisy comes downstairs to call Agnes back for Paula as she is sitting by herself in the gardens. Agnes reveals that Shunammite told her about Daisy's situation while using their alone time to distribute feminine products. While hiding from Beka, Agnes makes a pledge to never betray her friends, which Daisy finds hypocritical. She is aware that Agnes has feelings for Garth. But she discloses that Dr. Grove is the issue, not Garth. Agnes discloses that Lydia has been informed by her and others. Daisy expresses gratitude to her for being honest. Agnes admits over narration that she had no idea what Daisy would do. Never put your trust in a pearl girl. Indeed, Broken sets up the final 2 episodes of the Testaments while hinting at impending fireworks. We are aware that Lydia is aware of Dr. Grove, Daisy is now qualified, and the girls' bouts are scheduled. It should come as no surprise that Daisy is going to blow up the community because there are so many moving parts. The Testaments is headed in some interesting directions, much like the Handmaid's Tale. Lucy Halliday recovers from her previous episode, which we thought lacked fresh perspectives on her personality. She is spot on from the beginning of Broken. Halliday gives a tense and surprisingly humorous performance. Her annoyance is becoming more apparent. Although Broken has significance for each of the group's characters, Daisy has reached a breaking point with both Gilead and Mayday. This time, Chase Infinity also gives a very subtle performance. The oppressive culture compels the females to keep quiet because of Gilead and her status as a green. However, in Broken, Infinity is like a live wire, expressing a great deal of contempt and horror through her gaze. Broken allows Infinity to play a cunning, outright terrible character at other times while also giving us a different shade of PTSD for the character. We also see some wonderful moments for Blanchard. Hopefully, Broken is a step in the right direction for the actress, who has felt a little underutilized this season. The display of her sensitivity was greatly needed, and she has much more to offer the show than just being resentful off-screen. We're getting ready for an explosive episode 9 after Broken. Can the Testaments use this to start the anticipated full-scale conflict? Will Aunt Lydia's double life as a spy ever become clear to the girls? Or will Daisy act irrationally and endanger the expedition as a whole? Episode 9 has the potential to be the finest of the season because all of these things may be true simultaneously. The Testaments episode 8 delivered one of the most shocking twists of the season as Agnes becomes engaged to Commander Weston, forcing her deeper into Gilead's terrifying future. But is this truly her destiny, or the beginning of her rebellion? In this full episode 8 recap and ending explained, we break down the biggest moments involving Agnes, Aunt Lydia, Daisy, Beka, and Hulda, including the emotional ending, hidden clues, and what this engagement could mean moving forward.